Okie doke. Um, so my non-chess people are getting a second stream, although this is not really about the normal things I talk about. This is just chess. But feel free to hang around if you want to hear some chess stuff. Um, this is halfway for practice for me and halfway to help other people understand this particular mate, bishop and knight versus king. And I'm putting ChessNetwork because I listened to his tutorial that he made like 7 years ago. I think it was 2013. To internalize what the mating pattern feels like, and that's how I do chess. It's how it feels. I can't memorize massive amounts of lines or anything like that, but I can remember key. It's like key feelings of how the pieces move. So I'm just going to create a random setup. So clear board. I guess I'll go with the black pieces. So throw a knight on there, throw a bishop on there, throw a king on there, and throw a white king on there. Does that work? I think that works. That's random enough. So I'm going to go continue from here, play with the computer, put it on hard, which is level 8, and I just need to make the king the same color as the one that has the bishop and the knight, which is black. So we'll click this one. So as black, I need to checkmate white. And since no more captures can happen, I have to do it in 50 moves or less. This pattern that I'm going to attempt to do here it has a specific name, but it's just the triangles pattern. So to start off, if you're trying to mate with bishop and knight, the most important thing to check first is what color bishop that you have. You can only mate. What's up, Tim? You can only mate in the same color as your bishop. So as black, I can only mate the white king. Either the king has to be on that square or on that square. It cannot be anywhere else. And it also can't be in the middle of the board. That can't happen. I have no idea how people arrived at this, but you know, I don't question the ways that the chess knowledge came around. Came around from millions and millions and millions of games being played, as far as I know. So I need to mate the white king in 50 moves or less. So first off, I have to make sure that I'm not gonna lose any pieces. The way that I learned from Jerry today, or ChessNetwork, was that this king needs to walk up and be in one of the central squares. That is not the color of my bishop. That means I need to get my king to here or here. And then my bishop and my knight need to be arranged around the king. So king is going to be here, here, and bishop and knight are going to be here and here. Now I don't know if it's too terribly important, the order of the bishop and knight, or for that matter, whichever square the king gets on, you're going to first force the white king to the corner that is closest to you. So if my king is here, the white king is going to be forced here first. If my king is here, the white king is going to be forced here first. So I need to first make sure that he doesn't gobble any of my pieces, so we'll go here. And then I'm just going to head the king up to what we already talked about, which is one of these squares. So he's trying to stop me from getting to these squares. I essentially need to get to this one. And he can stop me again by going here. So if I do this, then I'll take away that square at least. So let's do that. And I also have to make sure I'm not stalemating. That's also important. So he goes that way. I can't immediately go here because I'll lose my bishop. So we'll keep it on this diagonal so he can't come back here again. So I'll just bring it back and then try to play this move. Oh, that doesn't work at all, does it? Okay, let's do this. Let me get to the center. Can't be that hard, can it? Okay. Probably go here. Yep. And now let's anywhere with the bishop. I want to come up now. I'll come up this way. I don't want to do this immediately because I lose my knight, so let's move here. It also makes it so you can't block my passage that way. So I'm getting close to my initial goal, which is to get my king to, and in fact, since he's going this way, I probably want to do this instead of go here, because his king's likely going to go to that square first. So now I've got my king to the square that I want. And the way that this has turned out looks like his king's going to be forced first to this square, and then he's going to go either this way or this way. One of the two. So I've gotten the first goal done, which is get this king to one of the central squares that is not the color of my bishop. And then the next goal is to get the bishop and the knight on these two squares. You don't want them on the same color as your king. Now I can't explain like the reasoning behind this, other than it's geometry and it's already known piece harmony. So that's the first goal. First goal has been achieved. As you can see, the king is staying over here. Now the reason the king is staying over here is not because he likes doing that, because I said he's staying over there because if he went in toward the other direction, he'll get mated faster. So the slowest way to get mated is to first go to this corner. And I'm already behind. I'm behind on moves. His king should be doing... I should have this position already, like way before move 18, like by move 10, but I'm not assuming I'm necessarily going to, what do you call it, succeed on the first one. So I need, once I have this position achieved, I need to get my king here. That's the next goal. So I can't do it yet, but I can move toward it. So I'll move toward it, let him move away. Maybe let's go here. Maybe I did this wrong. I'm not sure. I think it's okay. Okay, now king has achieved what I wanted, which is to get to this square. Bishop and knight want to be on the same color as the bishop. So once this happens, I want to get my knight to here and to block off these two squares. And that's going to squirt the king out either in this direction or in this direction. He'll probably, yep, he goes there. So now I bring the knight here. Check. I think he moves this way. That's the way that theoretically mates slower. The computer is always going to go for the line that mates the slowest. He's not all about aesthetics. He could go this way. It's also a legal move. I'll go this way though. Yep. Okay. So as you can see, he still has this square available, but I'm going to take that away by moving the king over one, and he'll have to go this way. Okay, and then so basically how Matt, is his name Matt? No, Jerry. I've got Matt on the mind. How Jerry explained it is, first you get the king, the opposing king, into one of these two triangles, and then you get your bishop to one of the two squares closest to the edge, so either here or here, and then the knight goes oppositional to it, toward the center of the board. So this would not be toward the center of the board, and so if the bishop is on this one, then it would be oppositional toward the center of the board, so the knight would be there. Okay, if that makes any sense. So the king is here, and I want my bishop to be on this square, and I want my knight to be on this square. Once the king has gotten inside of this triangle, the king is inside of the triangle, so the order, as far as I know, is not incredibly important. In this exact position, I want to move the knight first to here, because it's going to disallow the king going back to this square because of the bishop's eyes are opened. So I'm going to go here first. He has to go here or here. And since he goes there, I want to move the bishop first to the optimal square, which is this one. And then the knight is going to come here. So once you've reached this position, the king can't get out of the triangle in any way other than if this king wasn't around. So if you threw this king, say, up to this square, right, this king could just escape immediately, or it could come here, or it could come here and then get out. So these are two outs if this king wasn't here. If this king is anywhere else, say starting right here, the bishop and the knight cover all the escape squares. They actually make a wall, which is very interesting. See, the knight covers here and here. So outside of this king's coverage, right, that covers those two holes. The knight covers this. It covers this part of the wall on this side, this part of the wall on this side, this part of the wall on this side, and this part of the wall on this side. It's very interesting how it's blocking up all the holes. So anyway, even it's difficult for my mind to wrap around how chess works. It's a difficult thing. So once the king is inside this one, I want to force him in toward this square, and I don't want to move these unless he gets over here. So my king wants to come, however, is going to force this king this way. And if my king can't make a move that's forcing his king in, then I want to do a waiting move with the bishop. As Jerry explained it, you don't do waiting moves with the knight, you just do waiting moves with the bishop. Right? So I want him to go this way. So if I come here, what happens? He comes here, and then I can come here, If I got him to here and I was here, on his next move he'd have to go this way. So I think this would be a good position to make a waiting move, right? So that's the move I predicted he would go. I'm going to go here, and he might come here, but that's okay, because this bishop blocks the escape. Okay, he doesn't do that. So I want to keep forcing his king in. So I'm going to do another waiting move. He has here, here, or here. Okay, if he does that, then I'm going to bring this bishop back, and that's going to force him in, because my king is covering these two and the bishop's covering these two, so he only has 1, 2, 3 as far as options. So then I want to come in and stop his king from getting back to this square, and what I have not figured out is yet is if it matters too much if I go this way or this way. I've had various levels of success in actually completing the mate in time. I don't think I'm going to complete it in time on this first go, but I'll do it again, of course. I'm not sure if it matters, but I'm going to try. When Jerry explained it, he went to the top, so I'll go to the top of the board. Okay, so he's going that way. Now, once the king reaches this spot, it's important to remember to play bishop back here, because if you don't do that, then he's going to come here and essentially escape, and you'll have to start all over again. So I have to come back here. Okay. Now in this position, I know that this, well, I feel intuitively that this is the best move. Little bits of this pattern have cemented themselves in my mind already, and this one I think is the correct move, the fastest one, because it makes him come, I guess it could come here. Anyway, I know that this is not going to make total sense. It doesn't make total sense to me, but I get the overall pattern. So now his king has again moved a file away from me, which is what I want, and I want to come here or here. Maybe even here is possible, I'm not sure. But if I come here, then he can come back, so I've conceded some ground, so I'll assume that this and this are the best. And my king for the mating sequence needs to be on this square. I also don't want to get in the way of my pieces. I'll go here. Okay. Now again, we're in the same situation as before. If I let him get here, then well, no, maybe not. Maybe not. He might not be escaping it. I don't think I need to do this. But then if I just play here, then he can go here, and then he'll get to this square, and it'll be hard to flush him out. So I don't actually think that's a good idea. So I'm going to play back here. I know this is a correct move, at least, to stop the king from squirting out. Okay. Now in this position, the way I remember how to get this working is to come sneak around back and force the king this way. So I'm going to do that. This part I actually don't remember, but I know intuitively that the bishop now can come here because it's putting in it's putting the king in the second down triangle, right? So I have 8 moves left to deliver mate, which I don't think is enough. But But the idea now is to play here and here, and I can't do that yet because my king is not properly placed. Is this okay? No, it's not okay. This one's okay. I don't think so, actually. I think I messed this one up. I do believe I messed it up. Yeah, I'm kind of lost. I'm gonna start over. I will get the mate. I promise you guys I'll get the mate, but it is easy to mess up. This is supposed to be the most complicated mating pattern to master. I don't exactly know what master means. Like, I'm pretty sure if you can just do the stupid thing, then you're good. How is TI's? Are you talking about TI's, or are you trying to say how is it possible, Lucas? So we're gonna exit out. We'll go rematch. We'll start it over again to make sure I have the right pieces. You play the black pieces. Okay, so now I've already explained it all, so I'm gonna go a little bit faster. Again, get the king up to the square that's not the color of my bishop in the center. Just do random moves till the king's out of the way. Till his king's out of the way. Okay, let's get this one into one of the center squares. King up, try to get the king here and the knight here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that, but hopefully it's not that big of a deal. So king is here, knight's going to come here. Okay, let's do a waiting move to try to get him to go here. Okay, there is fine. So now we come to the, I don't know what this square would be called. It's C6 if this is white, but we're playing black, so this is like the C3 square. Well, I forget the orientation of the board. Oh no, yeah, this is whites right here, so this would be C3. Okay, king is where I want it. And if you guys remember, knight comes here and here. Even here I think would work in this case, but let's go here. He's going to go up, and let's bring this in. So we're removing this square to force the king this way. And so he can't come here any further. We want him to go to this square. So we'll just let's just put the bishop on the optimum square that we already talked about, and he has to go here. And then the move is king here. Forces him this way. Right, and then the knight comes here and here, if you guys remember, guys and girls. Okay. And I think I can even move my king here if I wanted to, but let's just get this first position. Okay, I want to force the king this way, so let's come in here. If he goes there, I can just move the bishop, and then he has to go back. Alright, let's come here. I think I can play here. He has no squares this way, so I'll play here. He's got to go this way. I can't go there. Okay, this is good. Forcing him over. So let's bring this one down. Maybe he'll play here. Yep. And this was the move I was saying that was good. He has to go here, here, or here. Okay. Let's bring the king a little closer. Okay, this is a good position. So if you remember, the bishop has to come back here now to stop him from coming here. Okay, and then I close off some more squares, and now that he's inside of this triangle, I can close off this second triangle with the bishop. Right? And so he goes this way. So now I bring the bishop to this other square here. He can't come here, and he can't come here. Alright. Okay, let's go up. Trying to squeeze. Okay, this is the position I want. So at this point I can bring the king down, and he only has one move, which is this move. And then I can do this maneuver here. Can I do it now? No, I cannot do it now. I need to bring my king here first. Okay. So he's, as you can see, he's getting forced toward the right square, which is this light square. And the W pattern, which you may not have heard about yet, but it's this knight coming this way, and it delivers mate. Either on this square or this bishop delivers mate right here. One of the two. So now I can play knight to d5, or sorry, knight to, well, this is c5, coming from that direction. So knight to c5 and then knight to e4, right? Knight to e4. Now this knight is ideally placed. This bishop is ideally placed. So the next thing that I need to do is to force this king into these squares here. Once the king goes up here, then this bishop's going to come and in conjunction with the knight is going to force the king to stay in these squares only. So in this position I need to force the king up. I can't play here because he'll just be able to play down. So the way that I need to do this is to play either here or here. If I go here, yeah, he can't play this way because of my knight, so he'll have to go up, and then I can bring my king up. So let's do that. Okay. Now as you can see, the knight and the bishop are still working really nicely. He can't get out this way. Now the question is, do I come here or here, and is it relevant? Does it matter? I don't think it does. If I come here and he comes here, then this move is good. If I come here and he comes here, this move is also good. Or this move. I don't know if if it matters which one I play. I just know I don't want to play here because then he'll come back. So let's play either of them. Let's do this one. No, actually, let's leave the bishop some air to breathe, so I'll play this one instead. Okay, now he's inside this final triangle. And once that happens, provided the knight is on the correct square, the bishop can come here, and the king is not going to escape. Because again, the knight is covering this square, so if he gets to here, he can't come this way. So I can play bishop here. That leaves him with two remaining legal moves. This one and this one. This one. Okay, so the correct move in this one is just bishop here. Now he has one legal move, that's this. Okay, now I want my king here, so I have to do what's called a in-between move. So I'll go sideways, and then he'll have to move his king to the one of two squares, which is here or here, and then I'll come up. Okay, I come up. Importantly, you have to make sure you're not stalemating him. There are probably lots of ways to stalemate in these positions, but I come up, he has to come here, and then in this position, mate is like 3 moves off, and it just involves bringing the knight out for the other leg of the W. If you remember, he started here, and the mating pattern looks like this with the knight. But it's also in conjunction with a bunch of bishop and king moves. So knight comes here, he only has one move, he has to go back, and then check, and king over, and mate. There you go, 42 moves. I had a game, I was playing somebody who was rated like 2200. I think he was some sort of master, some sort of title master, FIDE master, something like that. And I was rated like 1950 before my rating plummeted. My rating is right now like around 1840 or something, but haven't done a lot of playing. But anyway, I beat him out of the opening with white, and I got to a position with bishop and knight versus his king, and I didn't know how to win. I had never studied it. So I told him, I was like, I have no idea. And did he survive? I told him I had no idea how to do it.
Do what?
No, I'm making a video.
How to do what?
Bishop knight mate.
You're making a video right now?
Yeah. I told him I didn't know how to, and that I was just gonna have to try to make it up on the board, and I did. Somehow I made it. Somehow I figured it out, just like randomly, within 50 moves, and I actually won the game. It was pretty crazy. And I think I won a Korknoy book for that achievement. So I'm gonna try one more time. We'll go rematch. Actually, no. I'll set up a new position. I did this with black, so let's set up a position with white. So let's go tools, board editor, clear board. So let's throw a white king way off in the corner. Let's make it kind of hard to start. Put these pieces real far away. And let's put black's king right in the center where I want my white king to be. Right there. And continue from here, play with the computer. Level 8, I'm playing white. So let's try to do the same thing. Bring the king in. I have dark squared bishop, so I want my king on one of the light squares in the center. Just like this. And then I want to bring these ones into these two squares. Okay. So, yeah, he goes there. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so I need to do this. I'll go here. I need to get to this square. Okay, I'm almost there now. There we go. And then I'll bring this one back to here. King here is the next one. Alright, and then the knight needed to cover this square, so let's go here and here. Okay, let's cover, oh wait, we can't do that yet. Oh no, we can't do that. So I play here and he's going to come here. And then again, so this is going to equal the bishop coming to this square and the knight coming here. And the king will get mated on that corner. So king over to force him this way, because the knight covers that square. Okay, knight. In this case I can do the bishop first to here, and then here and here. Bring the king in, force him out. Waiting move. If he comes here, then the bishop will come here. Now he has to come this way. Okay, let's bring the king forward. Bring the bishop back. Wait a second. That's a problem, isn't it? No? Okay, now he has to go here. Let's come in further. Come in further. Again, if he comes here. Wait. No, this is fine. There's no escape. Come down. It's hard to look at, it's hard to, what do you call it? Chess is just hard, period. It's difficult. Okay, now he's gonna try and run out. See, he already fooled me. He fooled me already. Alright, so far we're 1 for 3 with explaining. Let's try again. Match. Okay, let's try again. Because it can take so many different appearances on the board. The general patterns remain the same, but it can take a lot of different appearances. Okay, we've got the initial position that's needed. Force the king to this square first. When I get here, right? And then get the knight 2 covering this square. Make sure there's no stalemates. So let's go here, then here. Force him here. King here. He has to go this way. And again, bring the knight back to this square. Bishop here. Getting this position isn't the hard part. The hard part is properly moving the king so he's not escaping somehow. I think this was it. And then do a waiting move to get him here, then play this one. Now he has to come out. Bring the king in. Okay. Same move. Force him this way. Let's try doing the method of coming around the bottom and forcing him up. He's trying to escape this way. Maybe I have to go back. Go this way, perhaps. Okay. Now, I didn't want him to get here. So we do this move. And in this position, I think it was bishop here. Then king closer. If he goes this way again, bishop back. Okay, let's bring the king in. If he gets here, now we close the triangle again. We got him in the second smallest triangle. And then again, if you remember, this needs to come here and here. But I need to make sure his king is not escaping this way. So I think I can play here immediately, and if he plays here, I just do this. So he doesn't want to do that. I think I need to do a waiting move with the bishop. .35. Did I mess it up again? Perhaps. I think I did. Let's try her one more time. I'm one for 3 so far. King here. Okay, bring the knight in to hit that square. He has to come here, and I do this. Comes here, then you remember the pattern. A lot of this is repetition, and figuring out like where I went wrong is a possibility to do as well. But just practice will make it good. So let's bring the knight back, take this square away, put the bishop on the ideal square, and the knight on the ideal square. Now before I went here, I don't know if that's necessary or not. I think I can go here, and then he goes here, and then go here. That might be wiser. I've been having trouble with going there first. So maybe here first is better. Let's try it. If he goes here, then I'll play this move. Nope, he doesn't want it. Okay, same pattern. Bring this in, force the king this way. Let's come in from underneath. Okay. And then here was what? For some reason, this particular orientation is like messing my brain. It's messing with my brain. I don't know why. Here. I want to keep him in his little box though. It's pretty mean, isn't it? Okay, let's go this way. And then this is possible, I believe. He has no escape here. He has to come this way. Okay, bring the king in closer. Bring the king in closer. Alright. He has to go here, here. Okay. Is it this move? No, this is what I did wrong before. So once the king got inside of this triangle, I played something like this. That's what I did wrong before. I'm just now seeing it. If you're forcing the king in with just your king in toward the corner, and you've got your bishop and knight placed properly, then the moment that he gets inside of this triangle, inside of this one, then you want to seal it with the bishop. That's what I did wrong before. Okay. And then knight wants to come here and here. My king isn't ideally placed. Maybe it's this one. Okay, now I think I can come here. If he goes here, then it's this. Okay, this is good. He's getting forced in. Now I believe I can come this way, and then he comes here, come up. He has to go here. Okay. And in this position, that's when the knight can start his W maneuvering. He goes back here. He's in the second smallest triangle, and these are in the correct place. So before, the correct place was bishop here and knight here, and now the correct place is the knight just hops. It hops too, and the bishop is the waiting piece, so it goes back and forth on whatever hypotenuse of the triangle that it's on. And there are multiple ways to do these things. This particular one, I can come here, and then he has to come up, and then I come up. And if you remember, once he gets inside of this one, you can play here to keep him trapped in there. Right? And then bring this back. If he comes here, then I come here or here. And my king is now to the ideal spot here for delivering mate. And then if you remember, the last knight move is out here and back. And depending on the order of moves that you did from the beginning, you might be delivering mate with the knight or the bishop. So bring the knight out, he has to come back, and then it's check and mate. "42 moves. That is, what is that? I kind of want to do one more because I saw where my mistake was, and my mistake was not sealing the king when he got inside the next smallest triangle. So I'm gonna go back out. I'll play black for the last one. This is the tie break because I lost 2 and I won 2. So let's go to board editor. We'll play as actually I already forgot which color I was. Clear board. Let's be black. I think we were just white. So let's be black. Random piece placement. White king, anywhere. Okay, continue from here. Play the computer. I am playing black. Alright, so I'm closer to the center now with all my pieces, so it shouldn't take quite as much time. Again, you want to get your king into one of the squares that's not the color of your bishop in the center. So right here. Get these bad boys also in the center 4 squares, but on the same color as the bishop. So you could go here, then here, or we could go here, then here. Sorry, here, then here. So let's go here and in. Okay, so this feels weird. I don't know why. Why does this feel weird? Let's try the king on the other square. Maybe the knight needs to be here. Let's flip them around. it's better. That's weird. I guess it matters. So the knight needs to be... I don't even know how I would like logic that. I couldn't tell you. I have the vaguest of grasps of this chess stuff. Okay, let's bring the knight in here. King has to come here. And again, knight wants to come down to this square. Bishop comes down here. I don't think the order matters that much. What? Oh, I doubt it. I doubt it. So let's remember, once his king gets inside of the next triangle, that we seal. Let's try to remember that, yeah? And we need to do a waiting move. Come here. All right. Okay, he's inside of the triangle, but I can't do this yet, obviously, because it's too close to his king. So let's do this first. Bring the king in. He is inside of this triangle, so when I want to play this move. But first, we'll go here. Remember, once the king gets here, if he gets to here, he's going to be able to escape. So bishop here. I'll probably play this one. Yep. King here. Okay, now my king is correctly placed, and this bishop can come and seal him in this smaller triangle. Okay. Let's bring this back here. Now my knight wants to go here and do the W, but my king needs to be close. So let's come here and scoot his butt up that way. Yep. He wants to go here. What did I do? What did I do? Did I mess this up? I don't think so. I might have messed it up. Did I mess it up already? No, I didn't mess it up. It's here, and if he goes here, then it's back, and this square is sealed. Okay. The order is off a little bit, though. I think I come here now. Knight wants to come back. So he's now sealed in this second bigger triangle, and the knight is on the correct square. So now I just need to come down and force him up. But how do we force him up? I want him to go that way. 42. Am I getting stuck on whether it's this one or this one? Or this one even? If I come here, he comes back here. And that's kind of a stuck position. If I come here, he comes here. Oh, that's what it was. See, I did the same thing. If I come here and he comes here, then I need to do that move. If I come here and he comes here, this is also the move. I don't think it's too relevant which one it is. Okay, now the bishop comes in. And then we're at the same sequence now at the end. The final checkmate pattern. I barely made it before 50 moves. Okay, that's good. So I solved it correctly 3 times out of 4. 3 times out of 5. So hopefully this is enough for me to be able to win it off of knowledge rather than just luck if I have this in a tournament game, but of course I can't guarantee that. Yeah, so hope that helped a little bit with bishop at knight versus king. I'm bumbling through the learning of it right now, but I've got my hands on it a little bit, so anyway, thanks for watching. Peace.